Like a zombie after a full meal of brains, we are back and we are ready to talk. A little bit anyway. We just spent 10 days. Was it 10 days? I think it was 10 days. 10 days and 3 locations and 2 nights per location for a total of 6 nights of investigating in 10 days. A couple of travel days here and there. And bloodshot eyes aside, I think we fared pretty well.
Well, we survived.
We did survive for the most part, yeah. I don't have much of a voice.
We didn't kill each other.
I don't know if this is from what we were doing, or I'm just I don't know. I'm kind of losing my voice a little bit. It's weird.
Maybe. All I know is I think Tyler had enough time with his dad. Because
how can you tell? He doesn't take his face out of the phone. He never looks up.
I know, and he doesn't talk much, but. Since we've been back, he hasn't talked to me.
Oh, like he did have his
screening. Yeah, screening the calls, all that stuff.
Hi, Mary Grace.
He doesn't.
Hi, welcome to the chat. We're just vamping a little bit here while people get into the chat rooms. Hey, Debbie, happy Wednesday to you too. It is Wednesday, right? Is that an accurate statement? Is it Wednesday?
I think so.
Yeah.
It feels like Wednesday.
It feels like it.
I'm gonna go with Wednesday.
Okay.
All I know is I'm still I don't know what the right word is, but I am freaking wiped.
Yeah, no, it takes a good week to recover from that long on the road. I don't know how you did it. Like you were on the road like 350 days a year, or something crazy when you did it before.
We averaged almost 300 days. I averaged almost 300 days out of the year on the road because I was from the West Coast. And the most haunted space in the world is the Northeast, so that, someone doesn't have to drive far from their home.
Yeah.
So and they would go, well, you can go home. And I would like, okay, so it's a full day of travel to get home, to be home for 2 days, to do a full day of travel back.
Yeah.
So I might as well just stay on the road because it's too brutal. It's too rough.
Yeah. No.
So there was in the heyday. I was gone a long time. I missed a lot of I gave my kids a lot. I mean, the family a lot of money for mom to stay home and to do all kinds of cool shit with the kids, and but that sacrifice was me being gone.
Yeah.
The sacrifice I made for them to have everything they wanted.
Right. FaceTime dad. Is that what it was?
Yeah. Basically. Yeah. Basically. But on the flip side, they had everything they wanted.
Yeah.
Roof over their head. They didn't grow up in an apartment. So there you go, I guess. But man, it was grueling, but it was fun too. Now that I'm traveling, I kind of miss it. I do enjoy the adventure of traveling. And even though Tyler was like the last time, it took me 3 days, 2 days to get home, really. Tyler was miserable, but I
so wait a minute.
That's just part of the adventure.
You texted me and you said, I think we're descending medical emergency. Yep, they just dropped the oxygen. What the hell was that? And then you never said a word about it again. What the hell happened? What?
So, and the only reason I know all this is because it happened 2 rows in front of me. But an older gentleman, he was 62 years old, Egyptian man, was sick in the morning, diarrhea, vomiting, that kind of stuff. Didn't take his blood pressure medicine because he was throwing it up. So he gets on the plane, and then as we're taking off, and we're like 45 minutes to an hour into the flight, he starts feeling really dizzy, like he's going to pass out. And he had an aide with him, like maybe a nurse, I don't know, like not like a skilled nurse, but a nurse,
an aide, just a helper.
Yeah, whatever you call it.
Sure.
But so she told the flight attendant, blah, blah, blah. So the flight attendant gets on. We have a medical emergency on board. Is there a doctor or a nurse or anybody with medical profession that would be willing to donate their time to come see what's going on? And that dude had a John Hopkins heart doctor.
Oh my God.
I forget the name of the hospital now, but it's a major hospital in New York, ER nurse on board.
Like Columbia Hospital, something like that.
Something like that. Yeah, it was a name that I was like, oh damn, that's a busy hospital. On board. So they come up, and man, this guy probably had the best medical.
I was just going to say. So the secret is to get on a plane and have your issue
Right.
there because they're not gonna bill him. They're not gonna send him a bill for that.
No. So basically, I'm watching this. I'm going, fuck. I'm going, oh man, we're landing. Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a blah blah blah. But so they do the thing. His pulse ox was at 89, which is low.
Yeah.
And I know that just because JT had asthma so bad that, man, there were many times we were off to the hospital because his blood ox dropped, below 92.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, I see here comes the stewardess with the oxygen tank. They put oxygen on him, and then they show up with a freaking IV bag.
Oh my
and
God.
the nurse sticks him right there, and they hang the IV bag from the top and all that stuff, and all this stuff is
It's
going on.
probably just
They're
fluids,
monitoring,
right?
and I'm like,
Just saline, right? Just fluids, right? I mean, that's got to be what they're giving him.
Yeah, and I think it was just because he was vomiting and diarrhea. He's dehydrated. He's dizzy.
Yeah.
He didn't take his blood pressure medicine, and his blood pressure was low. I can't remember what it was now. And I'm watching all this, and when you're flying, you can kind of tell when the nose kind of tips down.
You can feel it. Sure.
I'm like, that's when I texted you and said, we're descending. The oxygen is out. We're landing somewhere. I'm like, oh my God. But then they stepped a couple rows away from him. Oh, and the other thing that happened is he spoke Arabic, and there was an Arabic translator for the army on board.
Oh man.
That does this total perfect translation. I was like, wow, this is crazy. And it was fun to watch. I wish I could have filmed it, but I didn't want to get glared at.
Yeah.
But so then they stepped 2 rows away from him, which is right next to me. And the stewardess is like, are you going to be able, would you be willing to sit with him? And the doctor goes, well, I mean, I'm in first class. And the stewardess goes, if you don't sit with him, we're landing. And the doctor was like, I can't miss my meeting. I'll sit with him.
Oh, man.
So the doctor took one, popped out of first class, and sat with him so we could get to the next stop.
Wow.
And then, and what was crazy is, man, you could feel the nose pick up, and you kind of sat back in your seat like they started pedaling faster up front or something. And we were, boom, and then we were straight to the gate. And at Dallas-Fort Worth, that doesn't happen.
Oh, wow.
Straight to the gate. Yeah, we were like 25 minutes early, and the pilot was like, so we have we have a medical emergency on board. We have the medical personnel is on the jet, meeting the plane at the jetway. We are 25 minutes early, so please stay seated and let them handle what they need to handle, and then we'll get you off.
Yeah.
No one's going to miss their flights. And of course, I'm like, man, if this takes forever, I'm starting to, as we're flying, and I'm all the scenarios in my mind, because we had a tight turnaround on our plane, a tight layover. I'm like, man, if I miss then we're stuck here. Tyler's never going to fly again. So I look up what gate we're landing at, and then I'm like, okay, so where's the gate we got to get to? Oh wait, it's the same gate.
Oh
shit! What?
You didn't change planes?
Oh, we're taking the same plane. We're taking the same plane. Oh, I'm cool. We're good. I didn't worry about it because it ain't going nowhere.
Right. Oh, that's funny.
They still made me get off the damn plane, but yeah, it was. I didn't realize they had that. Oh, and the other thing that they had is they do have meds on these planes. So the doctor asked the stewardess, "Do you guys have any meds?" I think he was looking for aspirin or something. I don't know, something for high. And the steward, "Oh yeah, we got meds." And he brings this chart that's laminated and everything. And the doctor's going, "All right, we need 2 of these, we need 1 of these, and we need 1 of those."
Oh wow.
And a bottle of water. We give him. I was like, and I want to know what was on there. Was it like advanced meds? Is it not? I mean. But I guess, when they're flying overseas and they're in the middle of the Pacific and you got 4 hours either, type of thing. I guess they gotta, kind of have that shit. So
yeah, makes sense. Wow, what an
they
adventure.
put that guy in an ambulance and away he went. Yeah, it was. And Tyler slept through the whole thing. Has no idea it even happened.
Oh my God. Yeah. So
No
again,
idea it
so
even
if you're
happened.
just joining us, so I get a text from Britt. He says, "Oh, medical emergency. Oh, I think we're descending. Oh, yeah, they do. They brought out the oxygen. We're definitely descending." And then I don't hear a word from him for 2 days.
Oh, and then the reason why you didn't hear from me on the plane is because my free internet access ran out. So if I watched an ad, I got 20 minutes. And then I watched another ad, I get another 20. I didn't realize, I thought I could just do that through the whole trip. No, you only get two ad watch free 20 minutes. And then I wasn't going to spend, $35 for, another hour and a half of internet. So you got to sit in the darkness.
Well, that's fine. I didn't worry too much. I figured you had it handled, whatever it was. Hey, Wendy, thanks for the compliment. Wendy said the ghost hunts were great. Great hunts. Loved it, she said. Nickel Locky feels Britt's pain from the West Coast, Southern California. Nice. Todd, good to see you. Who else is checking in here? I just want to acknowledge folks as they come in with my voice as it's failing. Hey, Pam, Austin. Yeah, we do have a para hangover. That's exactly what we have. And Debbie.
Yes.
So I think I've kind of gotten caught up here. So I don't know. We just wanted to say hi. I had put into the description we were going to do the psychic challenge, but I think that maybe we didn't advertise it early enough because there's kind of a vacuum going on here in our chat rooms. So I don't know. Should we do
vacuum?
It? Yeah, it's just not a lot of folks.
Are they
on
cleaning?
Tonight. We didn't give much notice that we were going to do this. So at 9:30 on a Wednesday
why didn't you give
night. Why didn't I? Why didn't you?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. You didn't even tell me until 8 minutes ago.
Oh, that's not true. That is not true.
That's the excuse I'm going with.
Okay, all right. Okay.
Oh my God! And you
true.
know what sucks right now? I'm on my laptop because I had to take my radio station down because I'm using my trailer to go camping for racing this weekend, and I have no other screens, so I'm trying to go back and forth between the VMix page and Facebook so I can see what people are saying, and it's not working very well for me.
Yeah, that's a pain. Once you get used to multiple screens, there's really no going back with any ease. That's for sure. Hey, Jeannie, sorry, didn't mean to exclude you from the hellos. Nice to see you there. We had a couple of we had three. We had three really cool investigations over the course of the week. I don't want to single one out over another, but I would like to ask, how do I want to ask this? Because they were all great. All three of them were fantastic places, fantastic investigations, and we worked with some fantastic people. But does one of them stand out to you as something that you, let me ask it this way, want to revisit, a place you want to go back to?
Listen to you, Mr. Communist. They're not all equal. Nothing.
I didn't say they were equal. I said they were all great. That doesn't mean they're all equal. Don't put words.
That makes them all equal.
No,
if they're all great.
No, it does not.
We have three. There is a hierarchy. One.
Okay,
two,
so what
and
you're
three.
saying that
one of them's the
you're
worst.
You're buying into the what's the thing that Rush that you used to talk about? It's a zero sum game. It's a zero sum pie. It doesn't get any bigger. If you take a big piece, somebody else has to take a small piece. But that's not the way it works. The pie can grow. And everybody can take a big piece.
In the scenario. Oh, now you're Mr. Socialist Utopia.
No, I'm not. Will you stop?
One is better than the other.
I didn't.
And then one is better than the other.
You know what? But it's completely subjective. You may think that, and someone else may think something different. That's a subjective opinion. That is not quantifiable. So therefore, they were all great investigations, and they were great locations. We worked with great people. I withdraw my question. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Yeah, they were all amazing places. Literally, I thought Nags was going to be a flatliner because it was kind of a last second throw it in because that other place tried to gouge us for $3,000.
Yeah.
Screw that place. But I hope they burn down and go to hell. But
man,
I'm sorry. Am I a little bitter? The last second,
I know.
Travel plans are made,
I know.
tickets are bought, and then they go, you know what? You need to give us $3,000 to be here.
Yeah.
Where was that 4 months ago when we were negotiating with you?
Exactly.
And you were super, because someone was giving you some kind of favors. Got it. Anyway, I digress. But I thought Nags, it was just going to be, I'm sorry, I'm on a rant.
You are.
I thought Nags was going to be a flatliner. Just, something to do. It's a cool building. It's got history, built in the 1800s, burnt down, all that kind of stuff. But I experienced a lot of stuff. I experienced more stuff in that place than I've experienced in a long, long time.
Yeah.
And I think that place needs to be revisited. And I hope that that Chris, the owner of the building, who is also the owner of Nags, will let some teams go in there and really kind of case study it and see what, if we can get 10 or 12 investigations in a year in there and see if it's consistent and, do some research and kind of figure it out. Because it's, there's a reason why all those employees over so many years have so many stories and don't want to go up there. It was crazy.
Yeah, and the thing is, it had never been investigated before. The stories that we were working with came from employees who just, over the years, would be working on the first floor, the retail level, the Main Street level, and say, geez, I really don't want to go up to that second floor and get that whatever I need to get because it's creepy up there. I always feel like someone's watching me, or things are falling off the shelf that shouldn't be, all that stuff. And no one had ever investigated it. So we went in for the first time, and like you said, we had no idea what to expect. And when we first started out, it seemed kind of quiet, and then it started to ramp up. By the end of the first night, we were getting some
pretty. It said hello.
Yeah, everything. It almost seemed as though in the beginning, whatever we were communicating with, didn't know how to respond to our presence right away. Didn't really know.
No, because we had to teach them.
Yeah, exactly. And, of course, we were joined by Doug Decker, who brought the place to our attention. And then, of course, the Agent Paranormal team, including Pete, Travis, and Rich. They were all there for the investigation. We had a great group.
And then, sorry, Spirit. I always screw up her company name. Spirit Mountain.
Oh, gosh, I'm really sorry. I forgot to mention that one, right? Mountain Magic. Oh, darn it. We're sorry,
my God,
Christine.
Mountain Magic.
Christine, if you're watching, why the heck can't we remember that name? Mountain Magic
Mountain Magic
Studio. Something Studio.
Studios. Mountain Magic Studios, I think.
There was something else in there. Mountain Magic something Studio. Healing Studio?
Man, we got to get her a simpler name.
I know. Christine, if you're listening, let's come up with an acronym or something that makes it really easy for Britt and I, who have no medium-term memory anymore, so that we can remember it, please.
No, none.
We have none.
No, I don't even have short-term memory anymore. I keep forgetting your name, but anyway.
Yeah.
I just was. I don't know. It was.
Mountain Magic Healing Studio.
That was
Healing Studio. Mountain Magic Healing Studio.
Is that what it is?
Right? Can anybody confirm that for me in chat? I'm pretty sure that's what it was. By the way, hello to Birdsboro of yesterday. I believe that's Todd, who welcomed us with open arms and helped us investigate the Bird Mansion in Birdsboro. That was the last of our 3 investigations. Another great place. And I love the fact he put a little slice of pepperoni pizza emoji in the message, because we ate a lot of pizza while we were there. It's an easy.
Yeah, we did eat a lot of pizza. Your pizza fetish came out. I'm surprised you weren't wearing a pizza suit.
I love pizza.
And that place was. I mean, that place had some, like the whole frickin' cat ball session down in the gym with Erica and Danielle, right? Danielle. It was. When that took off, because at first it was dead, and then because I was asking the questions, and apparently I'm a tool when it comes to talking to the other side. But man, as soon as Erica and Danielle started asking questions, it was like boom, boom. Cat balls that hadn't gone off all night started going off, and I mean, I did the stomp test, and it took a hell of a lot for us. We had to be really close and stomp really hard to get them to go off, so it wasn't random vibration. It was just, but it was spot on. It was really. I'm in the middle of editing that all together. So hopefully I'll have something to post here soon within the next couple of days. Although, again, I am racing, so it's all about racing in my head right now.
Hey, Erica, good to see you. I want to mention something, because Bonnie Cordova in our YouTube chat says, it was very interesting to see a hunt without the TV editing. Loved it. Thank you. And that's a really nice comment to read, but it's also our mission. It's exactly what we're trying to do. We're trying to present these themes, these investigations in a very raw and direct form. Now, we try to keep them so they're not boring, because a lot of the stuff you're doing behind the scenes can be boring. We try to keep it interesting, but at the same time, we try to keep it real. And the other thing we do is we allow you, meaning anybody viewing, watching, participating, to comment and help guide the investigation. No one else is really doing that. Yeah, some people do it on their phones, and that's fun. That's nice. That's all well and good. But we're trying to do a full-blown IR cameras, multiple teams. We had 8 cameras on the last series of investigations. Sometimes we have more. We're really trying to do a TV quality presentation, but in a live format, so it's real, guided and directed by our viewing audience. So thank you for those comments, and that's exactly what we're trying to do. So I'm glad it's appreciated.
I don't know if it's my side, but Facebook just dropped out. It says due to a TV quality presentation. Oh, that's the captioning. Now that I'm looking at it, but I got the death wheel.
He's reading.
So
he's reading my words and captioning because he didn't.
Well,
that's hilarious.
Well, what's weird is because when the screen was there, the caption was coming up right in the lighter part of our graphics. So I wasn't seeing it. So it's black screen right now. And the death wheel, and what popped up is do a TV quality presentation. I was like, "Fuck! I'm being judged by Facebook." We're trying to.
Anna Marguerite Brandy Mart. I think I pronounced your last name. I just want to. You said hello and hi back, but I really enjoyed seeing your name there because my mother's name was Marguerite and spelled the same way. That's not a common way to spell Marguerite. A lot of people spell it differently, but with the UE in there. My mom's name was Marguerite. We called her Maggie. I called her
Margarita
mom.
Sounds really good.
I called
right
her
now.
mom. I didn't call her Maggie.
Of course you called her mom.
Hey, Erica. Paisano Paranormal Pete Leonard is in the chat room in YouTube and says, of all of the things he experienced, he wants to point out that Nags has great chicken fingers. So that's what he left the weekend with.
Yes, it does. That's all Tyler ate the whole time we were there.
Oh, man.
I, on the other hand, had 3 of their amazing burgers in one day. Which was really good. But they have other food there too that's really good. Matter of fact, Chris was like, expand your palate, try something different.
Yeah, I know. Remember he said, "Oh, you're really adventurous, Britt. That's really brave of you."
Yeah.
No, I didn't eat there once, so I'm one to talk. But I don't like to eat before an investigation. I really.
You only eat for 1 hour in the middle of the night.
Yeah, pretty much.
Which is not good.
When I play, when I have band gigs too, I'm the same way. Like we'll go play a place that has food, and the rest of the band's eating. I'm like, how can you guys eat before we go on stage? All I'll be doing is burping into the mic if I did that, and that's no good. That's not a good gig. Wendy Ellis, who is a loyal follower, fan, viewer, wants to know how we got into the paranormal. I'll start because my story is very quick. When I was a little kid, 2 things happened in my life that made me very, very curious about all of this. One was I discovered the movie Chariot of the Gods, the movie version of the Eric Von Daniken book. And if you haven't seen it, it kind of kicks off the whole ancient aliens discussion, and it creates some really interesting theories about how we got here and intelligent life that existed on the planet before us, that kind of thing. So that started to make me curious, and from that I found the TV show In Search Of with Leonard Nimoy, and that talked about everything from the Amityville haunting to Bigfoot to Loch Ness Monster to the Bermuda Triangle, and all that stuff made me very, very curious. So I started reading, and then one other thing happened. My parents, because they had no money when I was growing up, we were literally dirt poor. My parents used to, on an occasional Friday and or Saturday night, would hook up with some of their friends. My dad was a fireman. This other gentleman was a fireman, and our families would jump into one of the families, I'm not even sure which, had a big van. And we used to get into the back of the van. They'd be in the front of the van, of course, we'd be in the back. And they'd go, quote unquote, ghost hunting. Now, don't judge, but ghost hunting to them usually meant drinking some beers and driving from cemetery to cemetery. But for us, for we kids, it was fascinating, and we got to actually explore some creepy stories, some local legends, and some cool cemeteries in what was called ghost hunting. And from that point on, I was kind of hooked on the idea, and it wasn't until the first time that I saw Ghost Hunters that I realized, holy crap, this actually can be done in a more serious way. And then, history is what it is. I became involved in the group, did a bunch of stuff. That's how I met Britt. And here we are. How about you, Brett?
So I was microdosing and took a little too much, and I had my parents had a house that was active when I was 16, 17, 18, like holy shit active. All 3 of us kids experienced stuff. Our parents experienced this stuff. We didn't tell our parents about it because we didn't want them to think we were smoking pot, and they didn't tell us about it because they didn't want to freak us out and didn't want us to think that they were doing, pot. So we kept our mouth shut until they moved out. And then one day I brought it up at a Thanksgiving dinner. I was like, hey, remember that place on Pinewood? Did you guys ever have it? And man, the stories came out. I mean, it was crazy stuff moving, doors, opening and shutting, watching little old lady figure, shadowy things go back and forth. And our dog freaking out and not letting us upstairs. And so, I mean, and then, so I've always had a thing. And then I joined an organized group. I was telling that story to a buddy. He's like, I have this little organized group that we do this thing. And, it sounds like you could help us. So before even Ghost Hunters was on the air, I joined this organized group, and we used to try and get into places and look and help people. And it was back before Ghost Hunters. It was.
Let me ask you this:
to get into places.
Let me ask you this though: if you were doing this before Ghost Hunters, which Ghost Hunters really set the mark for a lot of people, it really introduced a lot of folks to an organized way to try to go in and either capture evidence or debunk claims, whatever it happens to be. What equipment did you use prior to Ghost Hunters? Did you use all the same things, or what did you use?
Well, it wasn't. I mean, we did the recorders, but it was all on cassette.
Cassette recorders, sure.
So you had the cassette recorders. We would use video cameras, which was with
like
cassette tapes.
Like
it was nothing
digital
was digital.
digital cassettes, or
like
analog
VHS
video.
camera carrying the thing.
That's heavy. They're heavy.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You didn't even have the little Sony Handycam ones, like the mini.
Yeah, no, we had some of those too.
Some of those too.
Yeah. But those were brand new on the market back then,
and probably
expensive. They were really expensive.
Yeah.
And I bought a box ambulance to put all of our stuff in, like our Scooby-Doo van.
Oh my God.
So we had an ambulance with all of our stuff in it, and and then we started kind of getting a reputation in the area that we do it, and
you still have a reputation.
Started calling, and then when yeah, it's true. It's a different reputation. But and then when Ghost Hunters went on the air in October 2004, it was like the floodgates opened.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, holy shit. I mean, people started calling. It was like, because then you could talk about it.
Yep.
Before, people would laugh at us.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden, but yeah, it was, I mean, we eventually had a DVR camera system, and there was a lot of stuff that we picked off of Ghost Hunters. But, there was also the Entity that we would watch, and there was also parapsychology that we could read the books, and we had a couple people that were on the team. One of them, he was an English professor, so he did a lot of. What, am I boring him? He just up and runs away. What the hell? But we had an English teacher that was an English teacher at university that read a lot of books on the ghosts and the occult and witchcraft and stuff. So he had an idea of how we document stuff. And at the time, I was a maintenance guy, ran an asphalt plant, so we had all this equipment for, looking at heat, like the now modern day thermal cameras. So I would borrow that stuff from work to, look for heat signatures. And
for the record, I heard everything you said.
It just spiraled from there.
I can walk away from the microphone and still hear you through the speakers. Just so you know.
Well, I was just wondering if you were coming back.
Yeah. So
maybe you were going on SAG strike or something.
I just want to. So when I was a teenager, my grandfather told me, and I didn't realize at the time, and I started talking about this one night, and my grandfather apparently was really into this stuff. And like a week after I told him about my interest in this paranormal stuff, he shows up at the house with these books. And I don't know if you can see, you probably can't see it, but it says Flying Saucers Uncensored. And this is, you can see my grandfather's name. Can't, the light's too bright, but it's in here. I don't know what year this book is from, but it was a book that he gave me, which started my interest there. He gave me this one too. The Case for the UFO. And it's another old book that he read. And then he gave me this one, which was probably the most important one, Parapsychology. And it was those books that really started to open the door to me to the more scientific part of this, as opposed to just spooky stories. You know what I mean? So it's cool. My grandfather was into it, and I didn't realize it until he gave me these books.
That's awesome.
And on here you can see you can't really see it because of the light, but his name, and under his name I put my name. It's kind of cool. Anyway. So Erica asked what kind of music I play. I play 60s, 70s, and 80s, and a little bit of 90s pop stuff. Anything from the Beatles to the Counting Crows to Journey to, I don't know, what else? Can't even think. Tom Petty. I don't know.
Ben Folds 5?
Pretty much anything. I've played some Ben Folds 5 before. How do you even know that group?
Because I do. I listen to them.
Okay. I'm impressed. That's all.
Any 5-finger death punch?
No, none of that.
No.
None of that. So,
How about that one group that everybody hates?
that one, I play a lot of that. That's just me.
Yeah.
Everybody hates.
So my ex-wife just sent me a text. Would you want to help with the beer booth on Friday? It's for the kids' lacrosse fundraiser. Beer booth? Problem is, I might drink most of it. I don't know if that's a good thing. I'm gonna be drunk at the fair.
When I eat during investigations or right before, I can hear stomach growling in the mic. They sometimes can sound disembodied. That is such a great point. That'll happen. If you've got somebody in the group whose stomach's growling and you don't know it at the time and you go back and listen to the audio after you've done an EVP session, it can sound rather menacing. And if you didn't know that was happening, you might misinterpret it.
Yeah, that little this region of the body is the best demon sound making machine around.
Yeah, especially if you're holding a recorder in your hand, it'll be right at that level.
That's why I try. Yeah, that's why I always tell people put them down and step away.
Yeah.
But some people believe that the spirit uses your body's energy. It kind of travels through your body, collecting the energy to leave it. I get that, but at that point, then plug in an external mic, clip it on something, and still step back.
It's funny.
Or just completely get rid of the mic.
Yeah, it's funny because everybody's got these weird little theories, which are fine. I'm not arguing the theories, but yet everybody can still seem to collect some EVP, regardless of whether they're holding it or not holding it, or everybody's method seems to work just as well as anybody else's method, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
I haven't heard of a method that's foolproof or generates more activity on an EVP level than another method. I haven't heard of one that's like the go-to method. It just doesn't, unless you're misinterpreting evidence, then it could be. I do want to say thank you to a couple people that we've missed. I want to say thanks to Big Hair Tsunami, who not only was great during the course of the investigation with all sorts of super chats. Thank you so much. But also subscribed on Twitch as well. So YouTube, he watches on YouTube, but took the time to go over to Twitch and using his Prime account, Amazon Prime, subscribed on Twitch to our channel. That doesn't cost him anything, but it gives us credit for the subscription, which is terrific. Diesel Girl 007 also subscribed. Looks like Diesel Girl, it was 1 month. Okay, thank you. We had an anonymous gifter give out 5 subs during the course of those investigations. Heather, I'm not sure how to pronounce her name because it's all vowels. It's Heather Warman or something, but good friend Heather, who also is the fiance of Rob Klaus, who is an investigator on our team, has been on a couple of the investigations with us, who's also in the middle of a health battle. And I know there are ways that you can support him, but certainly if you send good vibes and thoughts and prayers, that will help a lot too. But anyway, Heather subscribed for her 5th month. Thank you, Heather. We had a bunch of new people, a lot of new people follow and just sit there and look pretty. Cheered 10,000 bits during one of the investigations. I think
what is a bit?
Bits are the tipping mechanism like stars or super chats, but it's the Twitch version.
Oh,
so thank you for all that.
Just that all helps.
Oh gosh, it helps so much.
This is
helps so much.
Yeah. Where are we going to next?
Let's talk about that a little bit. Okay, so everyone knows when we started this series of 3 investigations, the first investigation we did, which is another place we need to go back, is Bailey Seton Hospital. Now, we had no idea what to expect. We knew it was giant. We knew a lot of it was abandoned, completely vacant, and had been for a long time. We know a lot of it was in disrepair. It was unsafe. We also knew that they had problems with vagrants getting in and other sorts of vandals getting in and animals getting in. So we just weren't sure what to expect. So we had a lot of people, probably more people than we needed for that investigation. But we did work with the Ghost Sisters for the first time. They were absolutely terrific to work with. And we are going to team up with the Ghost Sisters in Ohio. Do you know what weekend it is?
Yeah, I have it on the calendar right here. Let me pull it up. It's in September, right?
It's September 22nd and
Yeah, it's,
23rd. We're going to Brownella Cottage.
22nd, 23rd. And then 25th, 26th? No, 26th, 27th. The Ura Shrine.
Is it 2 days in between or just 1 day in between?
Well,
it's actually 2 days in between because it's
I
the
think
22nd, 23rd, and then we don't investigate, like you said, until the 26th and 27th. That's the Ura Shrine in Bristol, Tennessee. So
yeah, we travel 24th, and then we have a down day the 26th.
Right. So
which means we can go get into mischief.
Well, I as I said before, when we looked at the route that we were going to be taking from one to the other, one investigation to the other, it takes us right through Point Pleasant, West Virginia, which is what, Britt?
Mothman.
It is the epicenter of the Mothman phenomena. So I think we should overnight there. We should plan. That's about halfway. We should that Sunday night stay in Point Pleasant and do something. I don't know. We'll have to investigate a little bit.
I wonder if there's any place where we can go out and set our cameras up and see if we can see Mothman flying around.
That'd be really cool to do a little investigation. But it's the problem with the Mothman phenomena is that it happened over such a large geographic area. Point Pleasant was kind of the hub, and that's where the news articles came out of in the Point Pleasant newspaper. But it really happened over many, many miles of territory, and I don't know where we would go. I mean, maybe we can do a little research ahead of time. Maybe there is a spot. I know there are some old, and I don't know.
Maybe there's someone there who can help us.
Yeah, we have to look into that for sure. Yeah,
we'll go out and we'll do, instead of doing a Sasquatch hunt, we'll go out and do a Mothman hunt, and maybe they have some areas where it's been spotted on numerous times. And
yeah, I'm trying to remember. Have you heard anything about a Mothman sighting in the last 50 years? I know that they were seeing something in Chicago for a while, and something in Japan.
Yeah, but wasn't that Batman?
If you want it to be, it was.
I mean, or is Gotham City New York?
Gotham is New York.
I thought it was Chicago.
No. Oh my God!
All right.
You thought Gotham City was Chicago? That is.
I didn't know. I thought it was an amalgamation.
That makes your Joe DiMaggio blunder pales in comparison to thinking Gotham City was Chicago. Oh my goodness! Woo! What do you think about that, chat?
I don't pay attention to that shit. But hey, if you want me to rebuild your motor, I'm your guy.
Okay.
You want a flamethrower on the hood of your truck, I'm your guy.
Okay. Anyway, so I don't know that there's any one place, but you're right. Maybe we should. I know they have a Mothman museum and stuff. Maybe we should contact those folks. Even if we just went to the museum and did some filming, that'd be kind of cool. And who knows?
Yeah, if they'll let us.
We'll do something. We're going to do something in Point Pleasant, West Virginia, and talk about the Mothman a little bit. That'll be fun. And we will be with the Ghost Sisters in that Brunella Cottage investigation, right through the Ura Shrine investigation, and we're looking forward to working with them again. Great group, fun girls, and they've got the right attitude. They're very serious about their paranormal stuff, but they're also they can also laugh a little bit too, which is fun.
Pam Harris is saying Tennessee is Monday. Does she know something we don't know?
Maybe she does. Pam, did you get that information from Mandy? Maybe I'm going to have to update the calendar. I'm pretty sure that Mandy told me the dates that are in the calendar were the dates she gave me. But let me look. I'm going to look here. You talk for a second. Yeah, because if it's Monday, Tuesday, then I'm staying Wednesday, and when I could have left Wednesday. But although having that Wednesday there, maybe I can get our frickin' filing system. Let me tell you, we did 6 nights of investigating in 8 days, and trying to collect all of the digital files and make it all make sense and get it all has been a real task. Yeah, and I have to come up with a better system. Well,
we're going to keep doing
this,
because
here's the thing.
It's going to really suck to lose footage.
Here's the thing that people don't realize. It's hard. It's really, really difficult. We actually pull off a bit of a miracle by basically me and Britt, but me, Britt, and two others making this live stream happen the way it does. Even with the few glitches we get here and there, it's an amazing feat to pull it off when we get it done. What people don't necessarily understand, unless you're really a hardcore core investigator, that the investigation part of it, the live part that we do, that's a small part of the total work. Going back and reviewing all the stuff and coming up with the evidence, that's the labor-intensive work that comes along with this. And we did not account for doing 6 different nights of investigating in 3 different locations in 10 days. We did not account for the volume of work and the fact that our memories suck. So now trying to review stuff from Bailey Seaton, which was,
oh my God,
12 days ago, 14 days ago, whatever it was. It's like, oh my God, what did we do there? How did this work? We're really struggling with that.
Yeah. Yeah. Which, but the people that help us, which is basically Bird was Alex and Tyler, and Nags was Vax and Tyler, and Bailey Seaton was Vax, Tyler, Fuzz,
and Alex,
and it was kind of it was just so damn big. So, but yeah, we do this definitely on a skeleton crew. But like I said the other day, I'm almost at the point now. I finally got all the audio off the recorders, and I'm kind of just skimming to make sure I upload the right files and don't upload the stuff that you don't need to listen to. But again, for the subscribers on Facebook, we're going to be leaning heavily on you guys to help us review audio and maybe some video, but definitely the audio. So that'll be going up on the subscriber section, probably starting tonight, maybe tomorrow, for sure. We'll get some up, and then if you can help us start reviewing, and that'd be amazing.
Okay, so yes. I may have this wrong in the calendar because the text I got says Brownella College. I keep saying college. Brownella Cottage, September 22nd, 23rd, and the Shrine, September 25th and 26th. Which means, what day are you flying out? The 28th, the Thursday?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah. Welcome to live streaming and live broadcasting, and this is what we do. So you guys get to see you're getting to see the sausage be made right now. So,
well,
so now my question is, do I back up my flight one day and?
Well, we can talk. Yeah, we can definitely figure that out. Or maybe we do have the option of delaying it a day and doing the Mothman thing. And we can still do the Mothman thing either way. We can still do the Mothman thing either way.
I just think it'd be cool if we could pit stop overnight and find a parking lot to go to. I mean, and point our cameras up and see if we can find some stuff.
Yeah, I agree. I'm all about that. If we can get it, we can do that. Yeah. Anyway, Pam Harris has how did you know Pam? Pam had all the info.
Yeah, Pam was fucking dialed in.
Wow. Yeah.
All right. Maybe Mandy has some connections for the Mothman people, since she's kind of in that general area. And are they traveling down with us from one to the other?
Well, I mean,
are we basically caravanning?
I'm sure we'll be caravanning in some fashion, or maybe not. I don't know. Right. We haven't really discussed that part of it.
All right. Man, does that mean I can wear my jean cut-off shorts and we can drink beer and just sit in the parking lot and stare up at the sky?
You can do that all you want. I've never told you not to do that.
I'll get my American flag tank top.
Yeah, you can do that all you want. I'm not.
We'll drink moonshine. That's what we'll do. We'll drink some moon. We're gonna be in West Virginia. We'll drink moonshine.
You're out of control. You don't drink, and I don't drink. You know that. So
not anymore. That's true.
It just doesn't. Too much. It just does not.
I'll have
happen.
a hangover for the next week.
It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. All right. Well, I'll
definitely lounge in an easy chair. Look up at the sky.
Yeah, I'll lounge in an easy chair and look up at the sky all day. Sure. I'm
we find a dark enough place, we might see UFOs also.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Pam wants to be our designated driver to Tennessee. We'll take a driver.
Yeah, she realizes there's no pay involved, right?
I don't know.
There's no steady paycheck.
Oh man,
we don't have that kind of budget yet.
Birdsboro yesterday reminded us of a classic from the Bird Mansion investigation when Britt said Thomas Franklin's glasses. Thomas Franklin. Yeah, classic moment there.
Just because they're little rings, they look like they were his.
Yeah, Benjamin Franklin, maybe. I don't know who Thomas Franklin was. That his brother? I don't know who that was.
I don't know. I said Thomas Franklin. I said Delano Roosevelt. I said all kinds of names. I couldn't remember the name for the life of me. It was somebody's of importance.
Yeah. Oh man. All right. I don't feel like doing the psychic thing.
Thank God Todd was there to correct me.
Do you feel like?
I know.
Yeah, I don't either.
No, I'm still kind of burnt out.
Yeah.
I want to be Rip Van Winkle and sleep for a week.
I know. I've got this wedding coming up.
Yeah.
There's a lot of reasons that I mean, I'm excited, but I'm also, I don't want it to come so fast here, and it's coming up really quickly.
Soon you'll be a grandpa.
Oh my God.
Grandpa JV.
Grandpa JV. Yeah.
You going by Grandpa? Or you going by Papa? What do you go by?
I don't go by anything because I don't have kids with kids. I don't go by anything.
Not yet, but when you are, but she's getting married, so kids will be coming at some point. But what did you call your grandpa?
Grandpa?
Grandpa? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so did I. But like my kids call my stepdad Papa.
Yeah, well, my kids called my father Pop.
They call my dad Kingfish.
Well, you told me that story. So. That's just odd.
Yeah.
Yeah, my kids called my father Pop.
Be careful what you say to kids.
And they called their other grandfather Grumps.
Grumps. So what are they going to... Oh, I know what they're going to call you. They're going to definitely call you Grumps.
Well, they're not going to call me Grumps.
I'm going to call you Grumps or Grumpy.
I don't know why you bring me into these conversations, always highlighting how old I am. I'm really not interested in talking about it.
What are you going to be called?
I don't.
Are you going by Grandpa? Are you going by Pops? Are you going by?
I think it happens organically.
What are you going by?
I think it happens organically. Are you sure? Whatever they end up.
You don't let anything happen organically. You control everything.
Oh,
you're going to make sure they call you something that you want to be called.
They're going to have to call me sir.
What are they? Well, you're probably right. What are they going to call Grandma?
I don't know. I don't have kids who have kids.
What did you call Grandma?
Grandma.
God, you're so. For being a guy in radio, you have like no flair.
No flair.
No flair. No. I'm trying to look for the right word.
Thank you, Mary Grace.
Mary
Grace said the kids make it up, and that's exactly that'll happen organically. The kids will call me.
Oh, you're gonna get stuck with King. You're gonna get stuck with Kingfish.
I'm not gonna be stuck with Kingfish
or Grumps.
No. Hey, Pam, I'm all about that. If we can make that happen, I'm good with that plan. Pam says we need to investigate somewhere between Ohio and Tennessee. Hey, works for me.
I mean, yeah.
I like the Point Pleasant idea. I like that a lot.
No, I do too. I think we totally do the Mothman thing.
Yeah.
If we can make that happen.
Yeah.
But, we got a couple weeks to work on it and see what happens.
Oh, Wendy, don't encourage him, please. Please don't. He can't read.
What did Wendy say?
He can't read chat, so he doesn't know what you're saying, and I'm not going to tell him.
Is that Facebook?
I'm not telling you. Not going to tell you.
Yeah, if it's not Facebook, I can't
call me
see
Dragon.
It.
Erica, is that a reference to Friends? Is that where you got that from? I actually just watched that episode. If that's what you're talking about. If not, forget it. Never mind. Have we ever investigated the Axe murder house? No. Have you? Have you done that?
No. Oh man, I'm big yawn. The show was done. I just wasn't on. I was before my time.
See what I have to deal with, Mr. Yawny Pants, burping, yawning, whatever he's doing over there.
Yeah. I need to go to bed. I'm tired.
Yeah, I mean, it is almost 7:30 for you. I mean,
Yes, I should be in bed right now.
Listen, I saw you sleep in when we were on the road. I know that you were able to sleep in.
I had to go out in the sun today, and it was hot.
Hey, Taryn. We're just chatting about anything and everything. Good to see you.
We're chatting. We're chatting about what JV is going to be called as Grandpa.
Now we're done talking about that. Erica, the dragon reference that you were talking about was from Step Brothers. I saw that movie. I don't remember that reference, but it is also a name in Friends when Joey becomes a waiter at Monica's restaurant and he calls himself Dragon. Yeah, I know, Taryn.
Friends?
I know. I love Friends. I watch it all the time. It's one of my go-tos. I just put it on, and I know almost every line of every episode, and I really enjoy it. Don't shake your head at me. Don't judge me.
My go-to is The Challenge, and X on the Beach, and why am I forgetting the name of it?
Yeah, it's a good one.
One where they give the roses.
The Bachelor?
It's all trash TV. I love trash. The Bachelor, thank you. The Bachelor and The Bachelorette.
No, I don't watch
all
any
that
of
trash
that.
TV.
Yeah, I don't watch any of that stuff. Never have, not one minute of any of it. Yeah.
But you watch Friends.
Yeah, considered to be one of the best TV shows of all time. Not by me, but by the industry.
Yeah, the industry.
Mm-hmm.
They made a bunch of money off of it.
No, they made
the best show.
Well, they should because it was a great show. Of course, they're going to make money off it, just like Seinfeld. All those people made money off of that. I'm not as much of a Seinfeld fan though. I mean, it's a great show, and I have watched it, but it's not the same to me as Friends. And I never watched Friends when it was on, like when it was like on new episodes.
Right.
I never watched it then. It was after the fact that I started watching it, and it's great.
Yeah, we just got hooked on Suits. It's got like 9 seasons. That's actually turning into be a really good show. But man, there's been some trash shows on too lately that are just like, what the hell? How did this get funded?
Yeah, I know. Taryn, I love Curb Your Enthusiasm as well. That's a great show. I actually like that more than I liked Seinfeld. And the funny thing is it's almost the same humor. It's Larry David's humor, and but the way he does. It's more, I don't know, it's almost reality-like. It's not reality, of course, but it's almost like it's reality. It makes it fun. Schitt's Creek, another great one. I've always loved Eugene Levy, one of my favorite all-time. Anyway.
Yeah.
Grampy, Iowa Joe says, Grampy JV. Well, again, Iowa, we will wait and see when that day comes. It's still several years in the future at the earliest. And we'll figure it out then. I've got... I think Mandy and the Ghost Sisters, they're quite a bit younger than you and I are, Britt. And they're grandmothers.
Yeah, I think they're in their early 30s, I think.
Late
20s, early 30s?
Well, that's very nice of you to say. But they need to be at least old enough to have children who have children. So I'd say they're probably 40-ish, maybe 40 to 40. I don't know.
Ohio.
I don't really want to talk about their age.
What if they had?
What I want to talk about is the fact that they were telling us they were grandparents. At least I think 2 of them were, right?
Right, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm just glad that I'm not a grandpa yet.
Neither am I, Britt. So
but
stop pretending I am.
I also had my children late, so.
Todd from Bird Mansion is active in the chat. By the way, Todd, I love your posts, the historical stuff. And I don't know how you post like 3 or 4 of those a day, and they keep popping up in my feed, and I love to look at them. I love that stuff. I wish there was somebody in Oneonta, which is the town I grew up in, which is where we investigated the Nags building. I wish somebody was doing that there. I probably should do it, but I don't have time. I just don't. I don't. Are you in a daze? I thought you were frozen. You were like...
No, I'm just listening to you, go down yesteryear, talk about how young you are, but yet you're talking about how old your city is. And
I don't know
you're
how
like an old soul. I think your soul is twice as old as your physical age.
I don't know how you got any of that from anything I said. He says he's a geek. Vac spent time in another county. There could be a Dutch love. Country. There could be another Dutch love child out there. I'm pretty sure that didn't happen when he was in Holland for a year. But hey, Iowa.
Oh my God!
Any of us could have that skeleton in our closet.
Who ratted him out on that?
Who ratted who out on what? Iowa Joe
Who knew
said
that Vax was in another country?
Iowa Joe.
Oh, got it. Okay, Iowa Joe.
Yeah.
Okay, he would know.
Yes. Yes. By the way, when are you wearing your Whatnot shirt?
Whatnot?
When are you wearing it?
The next investigation.
Oh, you're going to hold it for the investigation? You're not going to wear it to work?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
No, I won't wear that to work because that's not cat stuff. But all the cat shirts, I was wearing my Hello Kitty shirt today when I went out.
Oh, nice. You got like 4 shirts on this last trip.
Yeah, I think so.
Heather says that Todd Peterson has too much time on his hands. That's why he does all this posting.
Well,
hey, he's an officer of the law. He's a police officer, which we greatly support our boys and girls in blue.
Yeah.
Men and women in blue.
Unless they're violating the Constitution.
Well,
then
of
I don't.
course. Yes. Well, okay. Thank you for that. Have you ever made a Hello Kitty? Taryn wants to know if you've ever made a Hello Kitty catio.
I don't think so. But I normally don't get to see them when they
decorate them,
finish them.
Yeah.
Yeah, when they decorate them. I mean, I'm just making the bones basically. So, and and to be honest, there's another guy in town that makes catios, and he is the Rodeo Drive of catios and does all the high end stuff. He has
What's the
3
difference?
master carpenters
What's
on
the
staff
difference between the high end stuff and the non high ends? Is it just like really detailed carpentry? Is that what it is?
Yeah, and,
Like
and exotic woods. So
okay.
so I am the Walmart of catios. I run the lower end, which is fine. I mean, don't get me wrong, I can do the higher end stuff, but I just he's doing that, and he just forwards me all the stuff that he doesn't want to do, which is a lot.
Yeah.
So I don't have to market or any of that. So I just stay in my lane. But yeah, basically I just use 2x4s from Home Depot. We paint them, obviously. This stuff looks nice, but it's not, teak wood. And the guy he'll take a piece of wood and cut out a cat in it and then backlight it.
Oh yeah.
Like really nice. It's like they're like $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 catios.
Oh my God,
they're insane.
Anyone who would spend that kind of money on a shelter for a cat.
They spend hush.
You get $50,000 catio jobs. If you do, I'm coming to California and we're going to work together because, man, that's a good gig.
Yeah.
Hey, Scooter.
No.
Hey, Scooter.
My catios are between $1,500 and $10,000.
Yeah.
Just depends on the size and how much work I got to do.
Right. Hey, Marianne, what did I say, Taryn,
they're not
that
cheap,
I have to take it easy about? What did I say? You ever eat sunflower seeds? I know you do when you drive because there's something about it makes your brain work. But what, like in general, do you eat just like the already shelled sunflower seeds?
Sometimes, I mean, it depends on where I'm at, what I'm doing. But like if I'm in I don't do it at home because then I spit them on the ground. Then I got to clean them up.
No, but the ones that are already shelled, the ones that are not in a shell.
Oh yeah, I'll eat those. I like putting those in my salad too.
Okay.
I'll eat those.
I thought it'd be a healthy snack alternative, so I bought a couple bags. No, they're pretty healthy. I mean, they got a lot of vitamin E. They're not bad. They're better than chips, whatever. So I bought a
true. Yes, I guess everything's relative.
Yes, I bought a bunch of these, and I snack on them, and I like eating them. I enjoy eating them, but the burping that comes after eating the sunflower seeds is it's going to make me never eat sunflower seeds again. Ever.
Yeah. Well, there's some research. I just read a research paper. Technically, I listened to it while I'm working, but it was a research paper on the seed oils because the big health kick for a while has been go to the seed oils, not canola oils. The seeds. Well, the seed oils are turning out to not be as healthy as they have tried to represent them to be.
Yeah, well, that's everything. Everything is great for you, is bad for you, then it's great for you, then it's bad for you again. It's like they just need to get you in a tizzy of some kind. Michelle wants to build Todd. No, wait, Michelle will probably have Britt build me a catio and ban me to there. Yeah.
Well, that's true. So make it really nice.
Too funny.
Yeah, make it really nice because I did a couple catios with Alan, the catio guy. One of them was $30-something thousand. I mean, I literally wanted to move into it.
Wow.
It was so nice.
Wow.
People spend money on their pets, but here's the thing. I mean, obviously, Alan's high-end stuff is that's a bit over the. I mean, that's a lot. But the stuff that I build, literally, if it saves you one cat attack or one cat fight, visit to the vet, or or the agony of them dying, but just on the monetary side, it keeps them healthier. And if it saves you a couple vet trips over the life, it's paid for itself because vets are not cheap anymore.
Yeah.
You know, and a raccoon, a cat fighting with a raccoon or getting attacked by a coyote and survives. I mean, that's $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 vet bill. Or you let your cat die, your call. But some people do that also. But yeah, so they do definitely keep the cats. It also saves the bird population in the area.
Iowa Joe is hurt.
Because cats kill a lot of birds.
Iowa Joe is hurt.
What do you mean he's hurt? Like his feelings?
Let me finish the sentence. He's hurt, yes, his feelings, because the whatnot shirt is not in the regular shirt rotation.
Because no one knows what it means.
We all do.
I mean, we all do, but if I wear it out to work, it could get jacked up, and then I don't wear it on the streams where people know what it means.
Right. Okay. Hey, Marianne, I think I saw your name float through here. Where is it? Or maybe I didn't. Did I? Oh, no, Marianne's in here. Hi, Marianne. Oh, all right. Well, we were going to do the psychic reveal thing, but I honestly want to save that when I can promote it better. When I can promote it better so people know we're doing it.
Why don't you put it back out there? Focus on it. Put it back out there. See what people do.
Okay.
You got to be like Johnny Carson when he's doing Karnak the Magnificent or whatever it was.
Yeah.
You got to hold it in your turban.
Okay. Okay, so there are 3 shapes on the other side of this card. The possible shapes are square, circle, triangle, and diamond. Shapes can be repeated. What is the 3-shape pattern that is on the other side of this card? And maybe this weekend, or early next week, or late, maybe, I don't know. I know you're racing, so we'll figure out a time to do the reveal on it. Trapezoid is not an option. Not an option.
That's a bummer.
Why is that a bummer? You really into trapezoids?
I like trapezoids.
Okay.
Because you trap zoids with them.
I know. You know that's not trap ahead. Oh, never mind.
You stopped in mid-thought.
No, I realized it was a really bad joke and it didn't really make any sense, so I stopped. I don't have anything else to say. Thanks for jumping in, everybody. It's good to see everybody. We will be doing some more stuff the next couple weeks here, and then when we get into September, what was the date of the first one? We've already forgotten the 22nd.
21st is when I fly, so it's right after that. 22nd
and 23rd at the Brownella Cottage. That'll be our first investigation.
And not only will I have my son Tyler with me, I'll also have my daughter Riley with me.
That's going to be interesting.
So Riley will be coming out to help.
You've got a whole entourage now.
We should. Well, family labor is the best.
It is the best.
But she's super excited.
Cool. See what I bought?
And she said she's going to run a camera, but I still think we need to send Vax, Tyler, and Riley out. What is that? Oh, is that the little wind shear? Oh my God!
Wind screens for the lapel mics, the lab mics. Yep.
Yeah. Crazy. All right. Well, I'm gonna be getting the audio up for the subscribers on Facebook. So help us out. And again, remember, just listen to it while it's on Facebook, so you can give us a timestamp, and then just in the chat for that specific post, just timestamp what you hear, That'll help us. And then we'll probably cut those out, and we'll probably do a whole stream and review them all with everybody and see what we see.
Sounds good. We have a lot of stuff to go through. I'm still in the process of pulling all the static cam stuff off of the system. It takes so long to do that.
Oh my God.
It's literally start the process and walk away and then come back and you've gotten one night of one camera kind of thing. So we'll have it eventually.
Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't sound like fun.
It isn't, but it'll be fun to look through.
I'm ready to go.
Yeah. Okay. Listen. Thanks. Yeah, I know you do. Thanks everybody for stopping in and saying hello. It was good to see some of the you'll hear, especially folks that we worked with over the last few days. It seems like it was a month ago, even though we just got home 3 days ago. It just seems like
Jesus,
time is so weird. But got good things coming up. Make sure you hit the share, subscribe, follow, and like buttons, all that stuff. If you could see it in your hearts to subscribe to help us out as we do these investigations, we'd appreciate that as well. Our numbers are great. I mean, folks are jumping in the subscription thing. It's terrific. And thank you to everybody who's done that. It's really, really.
Thank you for the support.
And as those numbers get more robust, we're going to increase our content to the subscriber base. So it'll be limited content just to subscribers, so that they have some special stuff. We'll be doing more and more of that. We did some over the course of the last week, and we'll be doing more. So
we put the walkthroughs up. So if you want to see the daylight walkthroughs when JV and I are getting the download from the clients on the place. We have those. We have 3 of those up for the subscribers on Facebook. And at some point, just so your subscribers on Twitch and whatnot, when we get the ability to be able to do that on Twitch, we're going to do that. I didn't even say whatnot.
Yes, you did. You absolutely did.
I did not.
Yes,
you made that up.
Did. We will get the replay and we will be showing it.
All right. So we will be doing. So please, Twitch subscribers, don't. I mean, we just don't know how to do it. Not that we don't know how to do it. Twitch ain't letting us do it, and there's no reason why they shouldn't. We meet all the criteria.
Yeah.
They're just not letting us do it. So, and then supposedly at some point on YouTube we're supposed to have that function, which we qualify for, but they haven't given it to us. So blah blah blah. Anyway, so right now the only place we can do it is Facebook, and that's what we're doing it at. And so if you wanna help, and there you go.
Yeah, and thank you to everybody
I
who's.
don't know where I was going with that.
Yeah,
I'm so tired I drifted off.
Yeah, thanks to everybody who's considering
Smash that like button.
That was it? Just smash the like? Okay.
Smash that like button. We have a little bit of a delay right now because I'm not on my super fast system, so I'm trying not to talk on top of JV, but there we go. But smash that like button, hit the little bell. Again, we're on Twitter. We're on Facebook. We're on Twitch. We're on YouTube, and we are on TikTok.
Okay, so here's the dilemma. Here's the dilemma. Big Hair Tsunami just jumped into chat in YouTube. Super chatted $35. I feel funny ending the show now. Big Hair, we were just about to wrap it up. By the way, you are the I was going to say the guts.
Where do you live? What city?
Nobody else knows what the guts means, so I won't say that. Thank you for that super chat. All weekend long and all week long you've been doing that for us. Thank you so much. And you asked for a schedule. I saw your comment in YouTube, Big Hair. You want to know what the schedule of upcoming investigations is. We are going to be.
We don't know.
Well, we obviously are. Well, we kind of know. We got a day off here. But either way, we're going to put that stuff on the website. It will be on paranormalrealitytv.com. We've rebuilt the site. It's crashed several times on us. It's rebuilt. Hopefully, it'll stay stable now, and we'll add that page.
Technically, it hasn't crashed. Our hosting provider has been hacked several times, which has wiped out a bunch of shit.
Yeah, I don't know what the heck happened.
Not just us.
And it's been since March. We've had to rebuild the site like 5 times already. Hopefully this one sticks. They promised me it will. Oh, you did hear everything. Big Hair's been the whole time, so we can end the show and not feel guilty.
Okay, good. Thank you, Big Hair.
Yeah, thank you, Big Hair. You are the best. We really, really appreciate your support. All right, everybody, listen, we'll be around. Make sure you hit your notifications, and you'll know when we go live. We've got a bunch of stuff to talk about as we roll through this evidence. And we also have an EVP session that we did at the grave of Harry Gimpy Wright, who is the murder victim of Eva Koo, who backed over him and killed him for his insurance money. Back in 1934 or 34, I think it was. So we're going to play.
And then the crazy part is the police exhumed his body on 2 separate occasions to demonstrate. Yeah, twice to demonstrate how the car ran him over and how she did it. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, they didn't exhume him for like some medical reason to like do an autopsy. They exhumed him to have her move his body, his corpse, around at the crime scene so that they could basically scare her into confessing. And she ultimately did. I don't think there's any question about her guilt, but she ultimately confessed. And then she was sent, and within 11 months was in the electric chair in New York State. She was the last woman electrocuted in the electric chair in New York State. And that was in 1935.
Still, complete bullshit what the authorities did.
It's insane.
That is so against the Constitution, what our rights are as humans that answer to God and not government people. Total, complete bullshit what the authorities did. And I hope those cops are rotting in hell.
Well,
those cops and those prosecutors,
listen,
they should be in a special place in hell.
I think you need to read a little more of the story. I don't think they were doing it to violate anybody's rights. They were, I think, back in the 30s. It was
You just said they did it.
It was a completely.
You said it was. They did it so that she would confess.
They did it. They did it.
That was
coerce a confession out of her. That's exactly that's one of the accounts is. But at the same time, I don't know that this police department and these prosecutors were the only people doing things like that back then. I think a lot of techniques were used that wouldn't be acceptable today throughout the country, and they thought them to be acceptable at the time, and we've matured as a society to recognize some of these things were outlandish. But in 1934, they probably weren't outlandish. I don't know. I wasn't there.
Still so wrong.
It is wrong by our standards. Absolutely. Absolutely wrong.
But if you're saying that one of the accounts is that they did it to coerce the confession out of her, then they knew what they were doing.
No, I'm not saying they didn't know, Britt. I am saying that you're judging what they did, and I think it's wrong too. But you're judging them and say they should rot in hell based on something they were doing in 1934 that may have been perfectly acceptable in the law enforcement community. I don't know. I wasn't there. But things like that may have been done all over the place. What I can also tell you is they executed her in 11 months. Does an execution, a death sentence, happen in 11 months by today's standards? No, it doesn't happen. How many years does it take when somebody gets a death sentence to actually execute them? It takes 20?
Yeah,
it's crazy.
I don't trust them. I don't think we should be executing people right now after all the stuff we've learned. I think like Thomas Jefferson whichever fucking founder said 100 men should go free. 100 guilty men should go free as to not execute or
I agree. I don't disagree with any of that.
So I mean and we've executed innocent people, and I just have our. But again, we're not a political show, but where our government's at right now is scary as fuck.
Okay. On that note, let us call it a night before we go down roads that we don't want to go down, because it can get scary, much more scary than the paranormal.
Very scary.
So anyway, have a great night, everybody. Thanks for being here, and thank you, Big Hair, for the super chat, and everyone else who has subscribed and chatted and whatever, cheered and starred and all those things. We appreciate it. And we'll see you next time.